Hi, guys. Wow, y'all are fast. Holy moly, 130 people in 30 seconds. 170 people. Wow. Hi, everybody. 184 people. That's insane. Hi, everybody. Sorry, Amaria. Aw, thanks, guys. I love Max, too. I'm okay. How are you guys doing? I love you guys, too. I was not in the military. My PTSD is non-military. Max is a border terrier lab mix. I'm actually feeling pretty good today. Thanks, everybody. Aw, thanks, guys. Oh my god, there's no way I'm gonna be able to keep up with these comments. I love you guys too. Oh my god, y'all are so all over the place. There's so many comments. This channel is about documenting my journey with training my service dog and trying to educate people to the best of my ability, even though my anxiety gets pretty bad and I apparently become rude. But I don't mean to. I really don't. I went through some really bad stuff that no little girl should have to go through, and I went through it for 10 to 13 years, and he is now in jail. So that's why I have PTSD. Oh my god, there's so many comments. Yes, my PTSD is from some severe childhood trauma no little girl should have to go through. Hi, guys. Max, I've had Max for 4.5 months. Okay, everyone's saying Max. PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder. It is most commonly known with veterans, and that's where most people know PTSD from, is with veterans. Come here, Maxie. Come on, bud. People want to see you. You're famous. My anxiety, I have had it really my entire life. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Come here. Right here. They're not over there. They're on camera. Come right here. There you go. Turn around. Sit. Thank you. Here's Max, guys. What you think? What you think? You're famous. Oh my god, there's so many comments, guys. I'm trying to like just pinpoint even one of them. Hey, we love you. We love you. We do. We love you. You're perfect. You're so perfect, aren't ya? The mosquitoes are real right now. Like a boy, aren't ya? Max, Charmander says hi. Ugh. So I'm over here scratching from the mosquitoes, and he's like, that's one of my anxiety tics, is I scratch, and like I'm sitting here and like I start scratching and he like starts responding. Nope, Logan Paul never responded to any of my videos or my messages. But what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, you needy? Okay. Hang on. Whoa. Okay. It is hot here. Oh my god, there's so many comments. I got Max 4.5 months ago. I have watched Street Lunch and I do enjoy him. Hi, Landon. Yeah, you could train a dog for severe migraines that are disabling. You would have to train your dog to alert to your oncoming migraines, to where you could take your medications to try to essentially kick them in the butt before they start. I did not see the picture of Maria. How did I train Max? And how does he know how to find out when I'm going to faint? That's kind of one of those things where you can try to train it, but normally either the dog has it or they don't. So normally it's a natural thing that the dog picks up on, and then you train the dog how to alert on it, or alert to, ooh, there's a hummingbird, that's pretty. So basically every time I'd start feeling faint, I would call Max over and I'd start breathing on him to make sure that he knew to associate that smell, that chemical change that was happening in my body, that he knew to associate that smell, that change with an alert. And I would give him his paw commands, and we did that a lot. Okay. Hi everybody. Max was a shelter rescue and I adopted him. Yes, this will be on my YouTube channel. How do you figure out if the dog you pick is trainable? You do a lot of different tests on a lot of different dogs, and basically you have to find a dog that is perfect with everything, that's confident, it has the energy and the drive to want to train, but also has the calmness to relax and learn, and the willingness to learn. Have I ever fainted without Max? There, I have. I've had dogs before Max. Yes, people do always try to interfere with Max. That's one of the things you have to take into consideration when getting a service dog. For someone who has PTSD and anxiety like me, it may not be ideal for me just to have Max if all I had was my PTSD, because it does make my anxiety worse. But added on to my medical problems, he's more of a benefit than not. I am training Max myself. Max is a border terrier lab mix, and he's about 1.5 years. It is hard to pick a good dog. Max is 1.5 years, so I've had him for 4.5 months, and he was about 1 year and 2 months when I adopted him. So he was a little more set into his personality, and I personally prefer older dogs rather than puppies. I wouldn't have mind getting a dog that was 6 months old, but I was happy with Max's age. He was more set into his personality and a little more predictable. All right, let's see. I started fainting around 14, so it's been like 7 years. I do know Harry Potter. I actually have a Deathly Hallows tattoo. How do I react to yesterday's video? It was stressful. It kind of freaked me out, like especially when I went back and watched the footage, that someone was touching me, like someone I didn't know was touching me while I was unconscious. Granted, you know, she didn't know what was going on, but it was, to me, because of my PTSD, it just kind of freaked me out a little. Let's see. Okay, so there is no registries when it comes to service dogs. A service dog is a dog that is specifically trained to mitigate your disability. So you have your disabilities, and then you train your dog to specifically react in certain ways to help you with your disabilities. That is what makes a service dog, is how they are trained to react to your disabilities. No, Landon is mine and my husband's friend. I'm about to be 21, guys. My birthday is in 10 days on September 30th. Basically, a service dog can be used for just about any disability out there. Yeah, labs are good dogs to train. Gryffindor all day. My PTSD comes from childhood trauma that I went through for 10 to 13 years that no little girl should have to go through. He is in jail now. I don't really want to continue responding to it because thinking about it kind of starts like causing my anxiety to start. So I don't really want to talk about too much. Yes, I do suffer from severe depression. That is something I've struggled with my entire life. I do have a child, actually. He's a year and a half. What happens if I didn't have Max? I would fall and hit my head a lot more and probably be in and out of the hospital way more. I'm in Moody, Alabama. We're not far apart at all. Why does everyone touch and do stuff to Max and do I get angry? I do get angry sometimes. And I don't think it's really anger as much as just frustration and anxiety because the general public is not educated about service dogs. Like, I remember being in school and being taught about service dogs, but I don't think it is something that is widespread enough. I don't think enough people are educated. I think it should be something that should be required. I honestly think all high schools should cover it as well. I think you should go through it every year through every grade. I think there should be an assembly in all schools for every single grade every year that requires them to explain about service dogs. I live in Moody, Alabama. It's near Birmingham. Yes, golden retrievers are also good service dogs. If I had $100,000 or $100 million, what would I do? Probably buy a nice big house, get insurance for life to help with all my medical needs, buy a car, and put the rest of it into a saving fund for my son. Max just went under the house. I do play video games. I love Max a lot. My son is about a year and a half. Well, he'll be a year and a half on my birthday, actually. Ah, that's awesome. Congratulations on your new service dog. No one has tried to take Max away yet. Okay, so therapy dogs, emotional support animals, and service dogs are all different. I've made a video on this in the past, and I'm seeing some comments. So a therapy dog is one dog that is trained to help multiple people. So a therapy dog would be a dog that would go into schools to help kids with anxiety, that would go to hospitals to make the residents feel happy. That's what a therapy dog. Therapy dogs bring joy to everybody. They do not have public access. They are allowed to go to facilities like hospitals, nursing homes upon authorization, and they are required to be registered and go through certification training. Emotional support animals also do not have public access, meaning neither therapy dogs nor emotional support animals are allowed to go into the public unless it's a pet-friendly area. So emotional support animals help their owner with like their anxiety if they just have minor anxiety. Service dogs are dogs specifically trained to mitigate disabilities, whether it's crippling anxiety and PTSD, to seizures, to fainting, to diabetes, and they're the only dog out of the 3 that have public access. Yes, service dogs can help with autism spectrum disorder. There actually are autism service dogs. Good dogs to train, especially for service dog work. I've noticed Australian Shepherds seem to be a popular breed, but really Labradors, Golden Retrievers, and Standard Poodles. Me and my husband have been married for 2 years, something like that. Hang on, guys. Look at this. Hang on. Let me get off the screen so I can show you. Why won't it go away? Try and get the comments to move so I can show y'all. Where is it? You see that hummingbird? How cool is that? See if it'll come back around to the front of the bush. Oh no, it's flying away. Okay, it flew away. Get the chat back up. My son is about 1.5 years. I've had Max for 4.5 months. PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm about to be 21. My birthday is in 10 days on September 30th. Who is my favorite Harry Potter character? Ooh, it's a good one. I don't know. I love Hagrid. How do I calm down when I get angry? It's not really that I get angry as much as my anxiety just gets really bad and I kind of freak out. My name is Dominique. My son does play with Max. Max is fixed, so no, he can't have puppies. Why do I faint so much? It's part of my medical issues. Can 2 people share a service dog? It is not something that is common. I have heard of it before, but normally, no. And this is because it's hard for one dog to focus on 2 people. Now, if both people have diabetes, they live together, say it's a mother and a daughter, yeah, it is possible. It's not something that I think is recommended. It's not something that I would recommend myself, just because your dog needs to be focused solely on you at all times, and sharing a dog, like say it's for diabetes, sharing a dog like that, your dog's more prone to miss alerts because it's trying to focus on 2 people. Max is a border terrier lab mix. Oh my god, the mosquitoes are awful. Come on, Max. What happens if I faint standing? Well, I fall and hit my head. Is he still under the house? He loves hanging out in the dirt. Like, absolutely loves it. Come on. Get out from under there. Why are you under there? God, this dog. Every time I give him a bath, every single time, he has to go and get dirty. Let me see if I can show y'all. Hang on. He just, like, plays in the dirt. Max, why are you in the dirt? Max, are you ignoring me? Max, you're ignoring me. He's ignoring me. He's like, I'm not coming out from under the house, Mom. God, he loves it under there. Ooh. It's a feather. It's a red feather. Let's see. What does Max do when he's not working? He's just a normal dog. If I go for a run, does Max run alongside me? Yeah, but the thing is, I don't really run. There's been a few times I've tried, but normally it results in me passing out. What is the worst thing people have done to Max? The worst thing was probably when a guy tried running him over with a shopping cart. I have not had help training Max. I've been training him myself. Yeah, you came. You came. You knew I walked away. I walked away. You're like, wait. That's more like it, buddy. That's more like it. Uh-oh. Hang on. I'm having technical difficulties. Why? Here we go. Max, come here. If I fainted while standing, I would pass out and hit my head. Yes, people have tried to distract Max on purpose after I've told them not to. What tricks can Max do outside of his training? I don't know. We've been working on some agility, but that's about it. If I could be a Harry Potter character, who would I be? Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe the Phoenix. Or, what's it called? Buckbeat. I'd be Buckbeat. My favorite food is sushi. My son and my service dog are both 1.5 years. What would Max do if I fainted while standing? Well, he's there to let me know before I faint so I can lay down so I don't faint while I stand. No, you can always ask the owner, like, what breed the dog is. And if you want to talk to the owner about their service dog, that's fine. When it kind of, like, it starts kind of crossing the line is when you start asking about the handler's medical issues and, like, why they have the service dog and stuff. Because not only does it make us feel really uncomfortable, we may not want to talk about it. I have not had to call the cops on anyone yet. No. No, Max is not hurt in any videos. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read some of y'all's comments. It's going by so fast. Let's see. I do not have a sister. Well, I mean, I do have sisters, but they're half sisters. Max is a Border Terrier Lab mix. Do schools allow students to bring their service dogs? They're supposed to, yes. It is something that a lot of people have actually had a fight with schools about. It's really complicated when it comes to bringing your service dog to schools. No, there are no service cats. There used to be, but that was, there's no longer service cats anymore. I think some states in the United States still recognize it, but as a whole, no. Yes, guys, we have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat, all being Service Dog Paws, the same as my channel name here. The only difference is my Instagram is Service Dog Paw without the S, because Service Dog Paws was already taken on Twitter. But as for our Snapchat, our Instagram, our Facebook, that is all Service Dog Paws. I do like pizza. Labradoodles do make good service dogs. Dogs are not the only service animals. Miniature ponies are service animals as well. And they normally help as guide companions for the blind and in some cases mobility. When dogs, when someone needs like more mobility than a dog can offer. How do I feel on hitting 26,000 subs? Have we hit 26,000 now? Oh my god. It's overwhelming. It's kind of crazy, but at the same time, like, it's amazing. It's incredible. Because it's like, that's 26,000 people that have been educated. Like, that's 26,000 people that may not have known service dog laws before. And, 26,000 people that now know about service dogs and understand, what how you should act and behave when you see a service dog. And, that's kind of the whole point of the channel. It's to share our experience when we go out in public and to try to educate as many people as we can. It's amazing. Why do I think people try to distract Max? I don't think it's always intentional. I think a lot of people are just really uneducated. How does YouTube make me feel? YouTube stresses me out sometimes. But, like, at the same time, it makes me feel good because it's, like, this message that I'm trying to pass along, you know, it's being heard. Yes, the ADA federal law does not discriminate against dog breeds. Bulldogs and pit bulls can be service dogs, but the dog has to be specifically trained. Yeah, if your friend has a service dog, or if you know someone who has a service dog, or you ever see somebody with a service dog and you see other people trying to mess with their service dogs, yeah, I mean, you can always try to step in. It's always helpful to us when people are messing with our service dogs. You know, it's not always easy to tell people to step back, and especially like when you have anxiety, you just kind of have to do it the way you can. And like for me, if I come across rude and overbearing, you know, I can't help it. I don't try to be. I try to be as firm as I can be to get my point across. But having other people step in, yeah, you know, that it can be helpful. But yes, guys, if you need a service dog, your doctor is the only person who can say that yes, you would benefit from a service dog. No, Max is down in the yard playing. Come here, Max. Give him a minute. I hear him coming. Come on, bud. Hi, buddy. Where'd you go? Were you playing in the bushes? You playing in the bushes? Yeah, you playing in the bushes. I think I've been streaming every day lately. Come here, come here. No, I've not been kicked out of the store yet for having Max. What would I have done if Max wasn't trainable? I would have had to find a dog that was trainable because I do need a service dog. But that was why I tested and put Max through so many tests and all the other dogs through so many tests, was to make sure that I would find a dog that was perfect. Why the name Max? Okay, so Max is a shelter rescue, and his name at the shelter was Maxwell, and I didn't like Maxwell, and I was going to change it, and I don't know, I couldn't really find another name that I really liked, and I just thought that Max fitting. I'm about to be 21. I've had Max for 4.5 months. I adopted him May 5th. No one's tried to hit me yet for trying to get them to stop messing with Max, other than the lady who pushed me a couple days ago. No, the only service animals, guys, the only service animals recognized by federal ADA laws in the United States are dogs and miniature ponies. Everything else is not recognized. Emotional support animals can be any animal, but they don't have public access, meaning they cannot go into public facilities that do not allow animals. I have fish tanks and Max, and then my husband has his dog. Max eats blue buffalo. I am training Max myself. He's still in training. If you know someone with a service dog, can you pet it? It depends. When we have people over at our house, I do allow people to pet Max. When we are in public, even if I know you, you're not allowed to mess with Max because it's interfering with the service dog. And when you're in public, the dog is working. It's on duty. It's helping you when you need it the most. Now, it kind of comes down to at home when I don't feel good and I'm having a bad day. It's kind of hands off and leave the dog alone if you come over. And I just let people know if they come over, hey, I'm not feeling too great today, so let's not mess with Max too much. What's Max's favorite thing to do? Oh my God, one of his favorite things to do is roll in grass. And it kills me because he has a grass allergy and he's on medication for it, but it makes him really itchy. and he loves to roll in grass. And I'm like, do you not understand that rolling in grass makes you itchy? Actually, no. My Max and my husband's dog do not fight at all. I do a lot of videos where I'll be on live and they'll be outside running around playing together. I do groom Max myself. It is illegal to touch service dogs. It is illegal to mess with a service dog in any way. Whether you're talking to them, whether you're smooching them, whistling at them, petting them, anything that you do that is directed at a service dog, it's illegal. And that includes, it's kind of, it's this part, it's kind of, it's a fine line. Like, you don't want to hold eye contact with a service dog for an extended period of time. And why? So dogs, part of their communication and part of the way they communicate is with eye contact. And so if you're staring at a service dog, they're going to stare back. They're going to be looking at you, trying to figure out, why you're looking at them. And so that is why it's one of those things. Service dog handlers, what we say is no touch, no talk, and no eye contact. And that's because holding prolonged eye contact can distract a service dog. Because they're still dogs, guys. Even the best of them when they're not in training, and Max is still in training. But even, service dogs that have been service dogs for 6 years, they're still dogs and they're not robots, and they still can get distracted. Why do I feel people need to distract service dogs, not include children? I think it comes down to most people just don't know. Syncope is a fancy word for fainting. Max is 1.5 years. Sorry, comments are going so fast. Max is a border terrier lab mix. How do I feel about toddlers? I have one. So I love kids. Well, I love my kid. Kids in general are scary. Does anyone else in my family have a condition like mine? Actually, no. I'm the only one. How did I know that I needed Max? Well, it kind of comes down to a lot of people can have psychiatric service dogs, which is for PTSD. If their PTSD is bad enough. And this is most commonly seen with veterans. And, that's one reason to have a service dog. And it kind of came down to my PTSD was so bad that it was really hard for me to get out and leave the house. And I was always more uncomfortable. And since having Max, on that aspect, it makes me feel a little more comfortable. It makes me feel stronger knowing that I have him there with me all the time, and I know that I'm never alone. And then on a medical aspect, with my medical problems, passing out all the time, I've been doing that since I was 14. So, passing out all the time, it's one of those things where, when you just unexpectedly fall and hit your head, you kind of do what you can to not fall and hit your head anymore. Have I got my stuff ready for my birthday? I have my dress and my shoes. I actually posted pictures of my dress and my shoes, like with me wearing them on our Instagram. And I'm excited about that. So I have my outfit. I want to get my nails done for my birthday because I like having my nails done, but I don't think we're going to be able to afford it. We're waiting. I'm hoping that family might be like, here's some birthday money. Go have fun. That way I can go get my nails done for my birthday. But, I don't really have much that I'm doing for my birthday. We're going to go out and celebrate. I want to go play pool. And I will play pool in a couple of years. because everywhere around here that you were able to play pool kind of closed, like, for underage. So now it's like the only places with pool tables are bars, and since I'm turning 21, I'll actually be able to go in and play pool. How does Max and my son affect each other when we're out in public? Max is pretty good about ignoring Liam. That's something that we worked on a lot. Liam, he's a year and a half. He's still kind of getting the concept of it, but Liam does pretty good. What's the weirdest thing Max has done? Oh God, let me think about that one before. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna fall backwards. What's the weirdest thing that Max has done? I don't know. Max, what's the weirdest thing that you've done? I really don't know. My husband is 25. Have I ever thought of calling the police? Yeah, there have been times. Ugh, I'm falling out. So guys, really fast, because there's so many of you on here, we do have rules for our live streams. Keep the comments clean. I have a lot of kids on my channel, and I try to keep everything as PG as possible for the kids on my channel. Another thing, don't spam the comments. Really? My husband's leaving and he didn't even say anything. What? Okay. That's great. He just left, didn't even say anything. Oh, such a sweet, caring husband. Hey, did Chase say where he was going? Okay. We're on live on YouTube. Say hey. Because you're now in the camera. Say hi, Grandma.
No.
Say hi. Liam! Come on, Max. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? God, you're so fast. What are you doing? Hey! You don't got anywhere to go. Oh, the camera's flipped. Why does it keep flipping? Hang on. Hey, what are you doing? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You gonna run? Go running. Here I come. I'm gonna get you. Uh-oh. 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 I'm gonna get you. Uh-oh. 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 God, you're so fast. Come on, Max. Get him, Max. Get him. Get him, Max. Ready? I'm gonna get you. Yeah, I gotcha. Alright, come on, Max. The little monkey. Uh-oh. Oh. Well, don't fight me. You're not getting down. What am I recording this on? This is on my phone. I've had Max for 4.5 months. Ugh. Ugh. Where are you going? Go do. Oh, no you don't. Oh, no you don't. Contain you. Let's contain you. Okay. Your chat. Uh-oh. I do go swimming. I do enjoy swimming. I do worry about passing out when I swim, but since I've got Max, I was more comfortable going swimming because I had him. Liam, his name is Liam. Are you allowed to pet service dogs if the handler allows you? Yes. Most handlers will say no because they need the dog focused on them at all times. But there are, and I know there's times I let people pet Max. I remember you, Thomas. It's the weirdest thing Liam has done to Max, Max has done to Liam. They like to kiss each other. Like, Liam likes to open his mouth and go, ah, and Max likes to start licking him. Lycan has been on my channel since the very, very beginning. Why doesn't Chase stay with me when I pass out in public? I know when I pass out in public, I feel vulnerable if alone. Chase is Chase. He does normally stay with me. He didn't the other day because he let Liam down and Liam took off running. But, and Landon was sitting there with me. But any other time, he'll stay with me. This is Max. I'm doing good, Thomas. How are you? Is Max allowed in a pool? The general rule of thumb is no service dogs are not allowed into public pools unless tasking. So unless they are alerting you to a medical issue, they are not allowed in the pool. If it's a private pool, that's different. Oh, service dog supporters, I'm sorry. That's awesome. I see where it says that the drawing and birthday card is out. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to ignore y'all's comments. There's just a lot of them. He's a Border Terrier Lab mix. I've not passed out today. What is he doing over there? Has anyone push-shoved me to get to Max? Yes. That was actually something I talked about in another video a couple days ago. So in the video yesterday, the person touching me, I didn't know them. They were trying to tell me that I had to get Max off the couch. I was passed out unconscious. No, I don't like being touched by people. She didn't understand what was going on, but I still feel like something like that, you shouldn't touch someone. Like, if you don't know them, I don't think you should touch them. I think she should have tried talking to me, whatever, stood by and waited. She didn't understand what was going on, apparently, but it's all okay. Have I ever gone a day without fainting? Yes, I've actually gone a couple of days without fainting. I have my good days and my bad days, and normally when I'm at home just sitting down, I'm having good days. I don't pass out as much. When I'm more active, like if I'm spending the day cleaning, or we go out in public, the more active I get, the more chance there is for me to pass out. Ugh. Hi. Are there any other mods on right now? Oh, there's mosquitoes all on my face. I was 14 when I first started passing out. I got Max from a shelter rescue here. He's trying to eat bugs. I've actually passed out on a couple of live streams. Max is a Border Terrier Lab mix. What does Max do when I have an anxiety attack? Oh my god, there's so many mosquitoes. So when I have an anxiety attack, Max is trained to respond to it and try to pull me out of the anxiety attack, trying to distract me, performing deep pressure therapy to help me calm down, and some other things. I've had Max for 4.5 months. I adopted him May 5th. Do I ever go to the bathroom so I don't faint in public? No. I'm not going to segregate myself into a bathroom or anywhere else for that matter just because I have to faint. And I think that's something a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people are like, you know, why don't you stay at home? You shouldn't go out in public if you pass out. It comes down to segregation. It's illegal. And I shouldn't have to segregate myself just because I have a disability that causes me to pass out. I shouldn't have to put myself in a bathroom or walk away and go hide. I do try to get away from groups of people. Oh my god, the mosquitoes are so bad. I do try to get away from groups of people, but it comes down to I don't have to, and I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to hide and things like that. The employees at the Walmart here, yes, they do know us very well. Is there bug spray out here? Hang on. mosquitoes are bad. Hey, Max. Now let's go spray the baby. My son's name is Liam. Guys, chat rules. No spam, no profanity. Don't spam in capital letters unless you are a moderator. No religious or political discussions. Don't be rude, and no excessive use of emojis. Follow the rules or get banned. We try to keep the comments as clean as possible. Yes, they should teach this kind of stuff in schools, and I've honestly been thinking about trying to get in touch with my schools around here, around me, to try to educate. Hey, baby. I know, come here. Look up. Let's cover your face. So I got your face covered. See your arm. Good job. Let me see your other arm. Look the other way. Look that way. Look that way. Over there. Good job. Let's see. See your face. There you go. Alright, let's get you back in there. Then you don't get bit by bugs. I know you're mad at me now. I'm sorry. Get down. Oh, that stuff leaves a nasty. Okay, I just checked the description. I did do your P.O. box thing the right way. I literally got Dominique on it a couple hours after putting the letter in the mail. Yeah, guys, we do have a P.O. box. What are you doing? Get down. Get down. You better sit. You want your toys? What's a giraffe? Look. Could get you. Hey, get down. Get what? How does that not hurt his toes? How? How does that not? How does it not hurt? How does that not? How's it not? What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, get down, pumpkin. Yeah, guys, anyway, we do have a P.O. box. It's in the descriptions on all of my videos. We do have a P.O. box. I've had a lot of people say things about, get a P.O. box, we want to send you stuff. I get a P.O. box and nothing happens. But I haven't had it that long, so people may not have had a chance to get it, send stuff out. I'm just like, you tell me to get a P.O. box and I get it and nothing. Okay. Buddy. If there's anything Max could do to improve on, what would it be? His focus. He does need some support or some more training on his focus. Yes, we do have a P.O. box. Thanks to my husband. My husband actually surprised me on a live video with the P.O. box. Yes, Liam the monkey feels no pain. No, I'm not complaining about not getting gifts. It's a joke. It's something that we joke about a lot, like especially like private messages with some of you guys that have kind of been around from the start. And they're like, everyone complained about you not having a P.O. box and you get one. And so it's just kind of one of those things that like we kind of joke about. And for you guys that are new, of course, y'all aren't going to be aware of, you know, that in the past. But that's kind of one of those things, like, for those guys of you that have, like, been here, you know, since the beginning. I live in Alabama. What do I like to do for fun? I like reading. I like riding horses when I get the chance. Has anyone attempted to rob me while I was unconscious? Not yet. Come on, Max! I hear him. There you go. Good boy. I have passed out while we've been eating before. Yeah, you can always consult with your doctor or psychiatrist about getting a service dog. What are my favorite books? My favorite author is Ellen Hopkins. How did I teach Max the touch command? Literally by touching his nose and saying touch and giving him a treat. So it looked like something like this. Max, I touch, touch, touch. Max, touch. Right here. Here, let me get up the steps. And then, like, touching his nose, he kind of got the idea to touch my hand. Right here. Sit. Good. Touch. No. Touch. Thank you. Touch. No. Touch. Yes. Touch. 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 Max. Sit. He's hot. He actually looks really tired. I'm not going to push him. He's tired right now. I'm not going to push him too much. He's been running around playing all day, so. How often does Max have derp dog moments? He just had a derp dog moment. So yeah, he is off duty right now, and he's definitely a character when he's not working. What inspired me into making YouTube? Kind of start off like I just wanted to document the journey and try to educate people, and just kind of took off from there. Yeah, he's definitely not perfect. Max is 1.5 years. How often do people leave you and Max alone in stores? Normally it's pretty good. There's always at least that one person. What's the scariest place I've passed out at? I don't know. Have I ever accidentally hit anyone when I fainted? Not that I'm aware of. I have had other dogs before Max. Why do crazy... Sorry guys, y'all's comments are still going pretty fast for me. Why do crazy things always happen when I'm in public? The community just isn't educated. No, Thomas, I am still trying to get the money to go get diagnosed with POTS. But I should actually be able to soon, as long as everything works out the way it's supposed to. Don't drink that. Don't you do it. Don't you drink that nasty water. Thank you. Yes, Husky, I want fan art. I love fan art. Liam does have pretty light hair compared to me and my husband. Me and my husband do have dark hair. Liam's hair was actually like really dark when he was born, and it's lightened up. How long was the process of getting Max? It was just a process of, because he was a shelter rescue and I knew I wanted to owner train. So it was just the process of finding the right dog. What would my reaction be to hitting 1 million subs on YouTube? Oh my god. I would probably cry and like freak out and throw a party. We would do like a live party. Which, guys, what do y'all think about this? I was thinking that for my birthday, when we go out, because we'll be going out for my birthday, what would y'all think of me going live while we're out and like y'all having a party with me on my birthday? Like, I've got bug spray in my mouth, and it's like, it tastes really bad. Like, it really, it's like on my lips, and my lips are numb. Like, I don't know why, but this part of my lips where the bug spray got on, it's numb. Why are my lips numb from bug spray? Like, hey, how did you get the bug spray? Oh, he is sneaky. You're sneaky. My theory, he pulled the bug spray in through here. Can y'all toast with me? Yeah? Okay. Service dogs do not have papers or ID. There is no, in the United States, there is no legal there is no legal recognized registration. Have I passed out when Max was off duty? Not really. He's pretty good about, like, even when we're home, he lets me know if I'm gonna pass out. How long is this stream gonna be? I'm probably actually about to be getting off of here. I smell like bug spray and I hate it, and I want to go shower and get the smell off. Sneaky Liam. Sneaky monkey. Sneaky monkey. What advice do I give if you go past a service dog? Just ignore it and pretend it's not there. That's the best thing. If y'all are wondering if you should have a service dog, the best thing to do is talk to your psychiatrist or your doctors and see what they think. I pass out in public a lot. Hi, Jessica. Yes, act like T-Jean says, hey, you're here, hi. Act towards a service dog as you would any other medical equipment. If you would do it to my wheelchair, feel free to do it to my service dog. And that's kind of how it goes. Yes, service dogs are dogs, they're living creatures, but in the eyes of the law, they're medical equipment, just like a cane or a wheelchair or an oxygen tank. You wouldn't mess with someone's oxygen tank or the wheelchair. It kind of, the same policy goes to service dogs. Have I ever ran into a service dog in public when I've had Max with me? The guy said it was a service dog. The dog actually was acting very aggressive, trying to attack Max. And he said it had been a seizure alert dog and then got very dog reactive after being attacked by other dogs. And so I don't know, but he had a vest on it. And if you have a service dog and your dog gets attacked and your dog becomes reactive and dog aggressive because it was attacked by other dogs, your dog should not be wearing a vest because your dog can no longer be a service dog. And that's kind of one of those things that we face, like with fake service dogs and people buying these online registrations and trying to say, oh, well, I have an ID and now my dog's a service dog and I can bring it anywhere with them. And they're bringing their untrained pets into stores just because they want to. And the reality of that is that so many of those pets turn around and attack real service dogs. And then real service dogs end up injured. And sometimes real service dogs end up being washed out, meaning that they are no longer able to be a service dog because they're so traumatized. Any trips on training puppies? Training puppies, start with your basics. It is never too early to start training basic obedience with puppies. So start with your sit, down, leave it. So like when you're giving your puppy dinner, hold the dog bowl up, go to lower it, and every time your puppy jumps up from a sit, pull it back up. And you want to teach your dog to sit and wait while you're feeding them. And that's one of those things that it's impulse control training. So it can help your dog later in the future when you're trying to train more, and it helps it have better impulse. Okay, guys, if I see rude comments, I'm just gonna block you immediately. That's, my moderator's a little nicer than me. I don't tolerate it as much. I do like watch Drew Lynch. That's awful. Like T-Jean, she's someone who's been on my channel for a while. Dom, I'm desensitizing Onyx, her service dog, from multiple attacks in the last 6 months. Things are getting better, but he may wash out. You okay? 3 years of work and thousands of dollars. And that's kind of how it goes. Your service dog gets attacked, and then all of the training, all of the money that you invested, it's gone. When I have my episodes, how long can and do they last for? So when I pass out, they last anywhere from minute and a half, up to, I think the longest was like 3 or 4 minutes that I was out. But on average, it's anywhere from like around a minute and a half, 2 minutes, I think. And that's just from like talking to my husband about it and kind of seeing some of the videos like when I pass out. I do let people pet Max on occasion, but it's not something I do a lot. Yeah, you could get service dogs if you have a bad back. It would be a mobility service dog, and that dog could be trained to, my phone's dying, so I'm about to have to get off here. That dog could be trained to assist you in retrieval, so picking up items off the floor that you drop, opening doors for you, pushing handicap buttons for you, assisting you to walk if you need it. But after a minute and a half of actually being passed out, I still feel weak and dizzy, correct? Yes, Thomas, that is correct. So even after I pass out, it takes me anywhere from another 5, 10, 15 minutes to really start feeling better and not feel so dizzy. So I kind of just have to sit and wait until I don't feel as dizzy to where I can move. But there's actually been times where even an hour after I passed out, I still felt super bad. Good boy. Full run ahead. Let's see. Yes, Thomas, I can also pass out multiple times in a row if I push myself too hard after fainting. And that has actually happened where I fainted, I didn't listen to my body, and I jumped right back up and went right back into doing what I was doing. I ended up passing out again. Are there any nightclubs in my area for raving? I think there are some in the city out in Birmingham, but I haven't been to any. Max is a shelter rescue. I have frequent everyday panic attacks from PTSD. Do you have the same problem? I do have panic attacks daily. Some are worse than others. Normally my panic attacks, they aren't that bad. I just kind of got to step away for a second. When I have my dissociative episodes where I'm triggered and that results in a panic attack, those are pretty bad. But those don't happen as much anymore. I try to kind of avoid things that trigger me. I have not had any issues traveling with Max yet, but we haven't really traveled. If I could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? I'd want to go to Paris. Let's see. I've had Max for 4.5 months. But everyday jobs are difficult for me. It's as basic as just getting up and taking a shower can be difficult and straining. Molly Sherwin, we got a super chat. Someone asked if service cats would be a thing. Not my idea. I think it's a stupid question, but I'm curious of your reaction. Well, Molly, thank you so much for the super chat. So service cats, they used to be a thing. I think it was stopped back in 2010, if I'm not mistaken. Service cats are not recognized by federal ADA laws anymore. I do believe that there are still a couple of states in the United States that allow it, but it's only within that state. So if your state that you live in recognizes a service cat, if you travel to another state, you're not going to have the same access. But in general, service cats are not a thing anymore. It is not something that's federally recognized. But that's also like service dogs in training are not recognized by federal ADA law. It's state. My state, I live in Alabama, my state does recognize service dogs in training and give service dogs in training all of the access rights that fully trained service dogs have. But by federal ADA law, a service dog is a dog that is trained specifically to mitigate your disability. So in that aspect, Max is a fully trained service dog. So he does essentially have the rights that a trained service dog has. But he's still in training as far as details, his public access, things like the small things. You know, he has to be perfect. And so it's complicated. Max was your shelter rescue. Let's see. Can I hear or remember people touching me or talking to me while I'm passed out? No. The only thing that, like, if someone is talking to me or touching me that I remember is, like, once I start waking up. What's my phone at? I don't know. I think it's probably at like 10% now. But you can only have a service dog if you have a recognized disability. how do they test if your in-training dog is fully trained or not to gain access in other states? Like, does the dog have to sit through a test? Okay, so it kind of comes down to, there are tests called public access tests. It's not something that I believe is required. Some states might require it. There might be a state that says your dog has to go through this public access test. But in general, rule of thumb is if your dog is tasking and is alerting to your medical issues and is trained to mitigate your disability and behaves appropriately in public, the general rule of thumb in that case would be, yeah, your dog's a service dog. But it's more complicated than that, because your dog, there's so much training that your dog has to go through and that your dog has to be perfect at, that it's complicated, and it's a very controversial thing. Some people say, well, even if your dog is trained to respond to your medical issues and behaves in public, it can't be a fully trained service dog unless it's absolutely perfect at everything. I kind of disagree. I think that if your dog is trained to mitigate your disability, and if your dog behaves appropriately in public, and say you are traveling to a state that does not allow public, like service dogs and training public access, I think something like that, yeah, go ahead and say maybe your dog's a service dog to get the access, because your dog's behaving, your dog's alerting to your disabilities. But, like, say your dog alerts to your disabilities, but your dog does not behave in public, then, you know, you shouldn't do that. Does that make sense? It's a fine line. I think it really comes down to, like, personal opinions on it, and I think it's a very controversial thing. Yes, small dogs are just as good as large dogs at being service dogs. Is my dog getting to the point of being fully trained? Max probably still has at least another year of training. He's doing really good considering it's only been 4.5 months, but it can take anywhere from a year to 2 years to train a service dog, depending on what you're training them for, and that's to make sure that they're perfect. Max is 1.5 years. I do not make my own homemade treats to reward Max. Max is on a fish-only diet because he has a chicken allergy, so I just buy fish-based treats for him. Yeah, guys, y'all can come visit me in Alabama. I'd be fine with that. In the future, do I plan on traveling to other states to do meet and greets? Okay, baby, we're about to go in. I would love to do that. That would be something that would be absolutely fun to do, but I don't know if that would happen. Goofy boy. But alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. So, I'm gonna get off of here, guys, and go take care of little man. He's getting fussy. He's trying to climb out of his playpen. You wanna go inside? Yeah? Alright, guys, I will see everybody later. Thanks so much for tuning in. And what did he just put in his mouth? He put something in his mouth? Hey! It's a piece of, like, plastic paper. It looks like those wrappers that come like off of suckers. It looks like that. Why do you put stuff in your mouth? Thank you, guys. I did not see that. Thank you. Look at you. You're bad. You're bad. You got like, you're covered in stuff. Ugh. Nasty. All right, everybody. I will see you all later. I don't know if I'm going to go live again later. My computer messed up because my husband spilt Sprite on it. You're in my ear. We're about to go in. Hey! Don't hit. But my husband spilt Sprite on it last night and it's not really working. Sorry, everybody. I will see you all later. Y'all have a wonderful day and I will see you guys next time. Bye.